All right, everyone, I'm going to go over the top 5 reasons I've heard people leave Victoria, British Columbia, and you're going to be super surprised by the last one. My name's Chris Cochrane, and I've been in the real estate industry since 2005, and I've heard all sorts of reasons as to why people leave this fantastic place called Greater Victoria. Just going to invite you guys to hit that subscribe button, turn on the notifications, and anybody who lives in Greater Victoria who's watching this, who would absolutely never leave Victoria, please put the comments below as to why you would never leave Victoria. Or if those people that are living in Victoria want to leave, put in the comments below the number one reason why you want to leave Victoria, British Columbia. The fifth one is kind of like a catch-all excuse as to why you would want to leave Victoria. And I hear everything from it rains too much, I can't stand being stuck on an island, having to deal with the ferries, or there's not enough things to do, traffic is too bad. And again, unless you've lived elsewhere, those are all real valid excuses and I can understand them. However, my guess is that those people are just fed up with Victoria for any number of reasons and they just want to make a change in hopes of changing some portion of their life. Yes, it's a hassle to live on Vancouver Island. You do have to catch a ferry to get off the island. I literally just caught a ferry when a flight that I was supposed to be on from Victoria to Vancouver got canceled. And so I had to catch the ferry, get over to the Vancouver International Airport and fly down here. Again, it can be a hassle, but I rolled with the punches. It took an extra few hours and managed to make everything work out. So it can be done without too much hassle. Number 4, this is the most selfless reason that I've ever heard of people moving away from Victoria. I mean, Victoria is a great place. And so when they come up with this reason, it's a real legitimate concern, as well as it is super noble for them to do it. And that is to move away in order to take care of family. Some of us in different demographics have aging parents, and we sometimes have to move away or move to where they are in order to take care of them. Or maybe you have a sister that's going through some problems or needs some support. All of these things are real legitimate reasons. Leaving for the reason of to support a family, I think is one of the only reasons that I would ever consider living Victoria. You know, it's scary to move city to city, especially if you're moving to a place where you don't know too many people. This is by far the most powerful reason, even though it's number 4 on my list. The third reason that I hear people leaving Victoria is for retirement. And I don't mean just to retire and quit their job and stop working and all that sort of thing, which is part of retirement. I mean, the fact that they want to leverage what equity they have in their home. So let's say they've lived in a modest home in Victoria. They bought it at $200,000 many years ago. It's now worth $1.5 million. They can sell that and move to a lower priced property in a different area, even sometimes still on Vancouver Island or even in Greater Victoria. They can do that, and that leverages their equity that they've saved up over the course of their lifetime. And so they do it for retirement. And again, we see people moving from Vancouver to Victoria for that exact same reason. The second reason that I hear people leaving Victoria is for affordability reasons. I can completely understand that. And we just recently got voted the most unaffordable place to live in Canada. So I can totally understand. And again, I don't remember the exact source that voted us that, but Victoria is a very expensive place to live. Our average wages are not necessarily equal to bigger cities in the world and bigger cities in Canada. And yet our cost of living is on par or higher. And the number one reason that I hear of people leaving Victoria is, I'm just going to ask you guys to like or subscribe. Leave a comment below. Tell us why you would leave Victoria or why you would want to come to Victoria. It all helps the channel, helps me create great content so that I can be encouraged to continue to produce all of this great content for you. So by far, the number one reason that we hear of people leaving Victoria is the exact same reason that I hear of people coming to Victoria, and that is for job transfers. When I worked with Royal LePage, we had almost exclusive military transfer relocation agreements with people, and I was absolutely shocked as to how many people moved to and from Victoria that were just military transfers. It just blew me away. I couldn't believe it. Obviously, they have some significant perks within the military that allow them to move all over the place without a significant amount of cost. And I've even heard of negative equity being taken care of by the military. But again, moving expenses, lawyers' fees, all that other stuff gets taken care of. But it is literally a job transfer. So we have military, we have RCMP, we have all sorts of other large employment entities here in Victoria. We see that the majority of people that leave Victoria are leaving for a job transfer. Just to recap, the top 5 reasons that people leave Victoria are: number 5, basically anything under the sun that they can find to have a disagreement with, living on an island, too much traffic, all those things. Number 4 is leaving for family. Obviously, that's a pretty noble reason and a great one. Number 3 is for stretching out their retirement. And number 2 is overall affordability. So making sure that you can afford the lifestyle that you want. And the number 1 reason to leave Victoria is for a job transfer, which is pretty standard and we see a lot of. So again, please hit that subscribe button, turn on your notifications, leave your comments below. The only reason that I would ever leave Victoria is for friends, somebody who needed support and help and needed me to be in the city that they were in. So I believe that's the only thing that would compel me to leave Victoria.